You're such an asshole.
How you kids doing? It's morning. So it's early morning. And by early I mean 9:46. A not so young man writes, a man my age writes, Mr. Essel, sorry to advance for the length, but I wanted to be thorough. Longtime consumer of your content on YouTube and a more recent year or so consumer of your podcast. I'm requesting an email response unless you deem it worthy of a video that would help others. I will defer to you on that. If you choose a video, please keep me anonymous as possible. I'm looking for you to check out and go over the plan I have for retirement and see if there's anything I'm not considering. I've spent a considerable amount of time and effort going over a number of variables in order to find a location to relocate to, but I'm concerned I may be overlooking some. I've read Reconnaissance, man, 3 times. 3 times! It's a reference, but once you got the concept down, the second half of the book is just a map. And your other books at least once, other than the Black Man's Guide, which I have just not gotten into. What, are you black? Do you really need it? Remember, you have to be black, poor, in poverty, and you want to get out of poverty. But I know my mom. Still to this day, well, Mom, why did you read that? Well, you know, you wrote it. I was like, you are the last person that book was intended for. Purchased numerous copies of Worthless and distributed them like Halloween candy to the youth. Anyway, here's why I consider necessary background. Grew up lower middle class in a town. Have 2 parents who are still married. Both worked extra shifts and or part-time jobs to put my siblings and I through private grade and high school. We grew up relatively poor, but see, that's another thing. That's where you start off poor, but your parents are like, we are not sending our kids to these crappy public schools, and they bust their asses off to pay for you to go to private school, which makes you only more poor. I believe I learned good work ethic and conservative values early on in life. If I wanted something, I had to mow lawns, babysit, or get a job to pay. Yep. Shoveling driveways, shoveling sidewalks. We used to do that when we were kids, too. We had to hustle. Collected cans in Michigan, too. Educated at a Catholic grade in high school and was enrolled at college to go for teaching. I had also applied to the police department to become a police aide. Stuff we don't have to mention to keep you anonymous. Through either sheer luck or divine intervention, I was landed atop the eligibility list. To be hired, it could be, and I could shelve the teaching idea. All right, so you could become a cop. I was hired in June 1994, shortly after graduating from high school. Though some political dealings I was not familiar with, and subsequent lawsuit I was a part of, but had no real involvement in, I became eligible for retirement in a program at the police department, which is approaching now. Again, trying to keep you. Anytime you mention numbers or phrases, I gotta anonymize it. But you're basically my age, and now you get to look at retirement. That happened in 2000 or so, and I started setting myself up to take full advantage of the opportunity that I don't feel I deserve, but certainly I'm not going to pass up. Dude, if they put out those rules, this is the rules. It's like welfare. Those are the rules of the game. I mean, a lot of people, heck, I got a request here. Guy wants to know, how does he collect welfare? And subchapter in one of my books is called Pillage and Enjoy the Decline. It's like how to collect as much government money as possible. There's nothing wrong that if you vote. Here's the thing: as long as you vote Republican or Libertarian, if whatever society and people decide that we're going to have socialism, we're going to have Democrats, well, then you have every right to take it. You're like, hey, I did it right. I voted. Are you going to pay the? Okay, fine. Because you took all my freaking money anyway. Might as well get some of it back. So don't feel any shame is what I'm saying. Never married, no kids. I am now 42 and will be 43 at retirement. Look at that. Look at that. Well, my retirement is coming up next year. I'm planning to retire shortly after I'm eligible. And the exact retirement date matters for some benefits. Assets. I'll have a monthly pension of about just shy of $6,000 before tax. I will have. Okay, so you're taken care of. That right there, you're taken care of. I'll have most or all my health care paid for until 65 due to not using any sick days in an entire career. I have about $450,000 in a deferred compensation program and contribute another $40,000. That can go directly there without time. I have a condo that I owe $90,000 on mortgage, and recent sales indicate would sell between about $200,000, about $20,000 in savings. Liability, truck paid off. Well, it's not. Well, then you don't have a liability if it's paid off. Car paid off. Motorcycle touring paid off. If these are all paid off, how are they liabilities? Those aren't liabilities. Those are assets. When you pay off your liabilities, those become assets. I do have newer, nicer vehicles. I understand their expense does stop me from doing other things, but after growing up with cars that would often not start, I like the reliability of newer vehicles. And yes, I do a lot of my own maintenance and small fix. Okay, I was going to bust your balls there. When I retire, I am leaving this state. I don't blame you. I had the fleeting idea of staying, but with the recent election, fuck that. I'm sticking to my plan of going south because I like it there and snow sucks. Yes, it does. I'm in Vegas now. I'm going to go golfing later. On your money, by the way. You have paid for my golfing, by the way. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. I've narrowed my destinations to 3 states, but 2 are frontrunners. Texas and Dallas-Fort Worth area is the last place. Pros are no income tax and good weather. Cons are high property tax, somewhat high sales tax, almost too busy in the areas I would want to be. Border issues. Well, Dallas is pretty northern Texas. But they're all coming up, don't worry. What was I going to say? You may even want to think about, doing part-time cop work wherever you go, just to give you something to do. I almost guarantee, because 43 is real early to retire, and you're just not going to be sitting there. It was like yesterday, I went golfing, and I got thrown in with a bunch of all these old retired guys. And it was great. It was great hanging out with these old dudes. Oh, man, old men are the best. They are the fucking best. But you could just tell, like, I'm 30 years. God, one guy was 40 years his junior and kicked my ass in golfing. And it's great taking in the wisdom, and everyone's busting their balls and like, you hit puberty yet? Fuck you, old man. But you're going to be bored. You're going to need something to do. That's an aside. Concerns are the future of the state turning blue. I'm not certain the MC rating is all that good. It really isn't. Not in Dallas. It's not bad. And you gotta go, if you go west of Dallas, yeah, it's still kind of plains, maybe a little bit of rolling hills. You gotta get all the way to New Mexico, and even then you got a ways to go. You're gonna get high tundra and desert, maybe some rolling hills area. Yeah, it's not until you get to the Rockies, basically. The Nevada, Vegas area, even Pahrump tied for top. Pahrump, there's nothing out there. There's Pahrump, that's what's out there. And then you just be driving your ass to Vegas all the time to hang out. Nice town if you want to get away. But yeah, there's not a lot out there. There is a Walmart, though. I'll admit it's a regional town. You almost look at Pahrump, you're like, why is there so many people here? What is it? Because you drive, there's nothing. All of a sudden, this sizable town pops up. You're like, what do you people do? Where's the ranches? Where's the farm? I saw no, it's just people who wanted to get away from other people, but then they all conglomerated together. Pros are no income tax, low property tax, good riding, good weather, and cheap flights home if needed. Yep, that's true. That's a big benefit of Vegas. Cons are summer heat. Can always come back here and travel. There you go. People, fucking Christ. People are like, oh, it's going to be hot down there in Vegas, don't you know? I'm like, there's a fucking plane that flies back north. It's like, you don't understand. Like, did you hear me? I own property in South Dakota. I can Airbnb. Shit, push comes to shove. My mom would fucking pay me money to come back and live at home for summer. I mean, it's like people don't understand there's these thing called planes. And that you can migrate the birds in the sky. I wonder why they're going that way. Now I wonder why they're coming back. And why do they do that every year? It's going to get really high in Vegas, so I guess I'll fucking leave there, huh? Cons of summer heat. Can always back up here for travel. Somewhat high sales tax, high vehicle registration, and scorpions. Scorpions aren't that bad. I have become one with the scorpions. It's like a respect for my adversaries, the scorpions. And if you do it right, you're not going to get stung. Because, dude, I'm very proud, if you've been tuning into the podcast, I'm real proud of the work I did. I came back, haven't been here in about a month, and no scorpions. Not in the house, not even on set, not even on the property, nowhere. Now, a lot of that could be because it's winter, but none. There's like fall, oh yeah, they come in the house, you got to look at it. I'm like, none. So you get some boric acid, you get the spray. If you need contact, that'd be an asshole consulting thing on the side, but I would not let the scorpions deter you. Look, I feel well versed to kill them with all your podcasting about. Yeah, no, I know. I'm an expert scorpion killer right here, world's finest. Concerns of the future water issues, so housing stock and invasion of California libtards. Yeah, that is true. That's a thing. Tennessee, southeast part of the state, southeast Knoxville, Chattanooga. Yeah, that's the part I would go because you're right up against there for the Smokies. Pros are no income tax, low property tax, great riding, good weather most of the time, and low vehicle registration. Cons are high sales tax, humid summers, some snow, albeit light. Concerns not being from the south, not accepted. Dude, wherever you go, I won't worry about that. So much traveling and inter-traveling has happened. It's not like, ooh, dang, we go to the south. Though there are parts of Kentucky and West Virginia I've been to, I'm like, whoa, in Wyoming. I mean, there's still elements of, who dang diggly danny, let's go screw our cousins. But Knoxville is a cosmopolitan town. You're not gonna, what's not Redemption? What was the one? Squeal Like a Pig. What was the name of that movie? Burt Reynolds? Delivered? Redemption? Something like that? It's not that. And the Dragon's Tail is overrated. I did that 2-3 years ago. Concerns not being from the south, areas dying off, not a solid red state. I will want to work when I retire, and I'm not sure about the job market in Pahrump. Have you been to Pahrump? Go to Pahrump first, man, before you go out there. I don't think I would have a problem in the Vegas area. Tennessee would be fine as long as I'm near one of the two cities. As far as hobbies and things to do, I don't have a lot now. I've spent the last 2 decades working a lot. I make sure everything is paid for. I generally enjoyed what I did. For leisure, in spring and fall, I like to drive and ride my motorcycles, take car drives and motorcycle rides on my days off. Spend some time camping in the summer and some light hiking. I'm not much of a go-out guy, not a big drinker. Don't really have any vices I'm all that concerned about. I spend a lot of time alone as I keep a close group of friends. Most of them are married with kids. Certainly fine with my own company, but like everyone, I would welcome new and interesting people. I've spent a lot of time in Tennessee, specifically the southeast part of the state, with vacations, camping. Okay, so you're familiar with the area. It's nice riding. It's like a miniature Black Hills. I'm flying to Vegas in December to reconnoiter the area for jobs, area, and housing. Good. That's what I was going to recommend. Let me know if you come out. We'll go golf. I'll show you some places. Is there anything else I should be looking at? Are there any glaring holes in my plan? Also, do you think I should take out my deferred comp and pay cash for a place or mortgage it? Looking not to go over $200,000 for a place. Thank you in advance. Let me know the cost I will remit. Additionally, I'm asking for your advice. I understand as a grown ass. Okay. Your plan is really good, and you're also wise to go to Vegas / Pahrump and check it out this December. If you haven't been to Dallas, go to Dallas and check it out. It could be something as simple as traffic. Dallas-Fort Worth, they got a really good road system, and the traffic moves and hustles, but here's the problem. Well, you probably understand this. In Chicago, people are like, you're not going to ride your motorcycle in Chicago. I'm like, yeah, why not? They're only going 5 miles an hour. I mean, I'm at more of a risk on my Schwinn biking at 30. With Dallas, there's enough roads there, everyone's going really fast. And that would be risky on a motorcycle. Vegas, you don't want to even go near Highway 15. Not on the strip. Don't go anywhere near the strip where Highway 15 and 95 is. You don't want to go anywhere near it. I will not ride my motorcycle near that. I will take the 215 bypass and go around. But Vegas is awesome for motorcycle riding. I think you'll probably settle on Vegas once you come down here and visit. But who knows? It's worth flying down to Dallas to at least check it out a little bit. Spend a weekend, 3-day weekend or something. Take a day off, go down there and drive around. But I'm not that impressed with Dallas, not because of the city or anything, but it's basically out in the middle of the plains. And it is a long ass haul to anything. Knoxville is prettier. So I'm betting you're going to go Vegas. But while you're in Vegas, you may also want to stop and visit Phoenix, the Phoenix area. And you want to hit 3 towns: Flagstaff, Sedona, and Phoenix. Okay? Maybe, I don't know how much time you got, but do a quick drive through those. See if one of those doesn't appeal to you. I think Sedona's going to be a little snooty for you, a little pricey, but it's pretty. You actually you have to go through it. Flagstaff might be more your cup, but then you get to Phoenix. I'd be real curious what you think of Phoenix. But no, I like your idea here so far. Is there anything else I should be looking at? Any glaring holes in it? Nope. This is pretty thorough. For your deferred compensation, I'm trying to think. Here's what I would do. See if you could go mobile for an entire year. After you retire, invest the time, invest a whole year before you sell your condo, and go buy a place in Pahrump. Why don't you spend a full year evaluating Tennessee, Dallas, although I think that would be quick and dirty, and then Vegas. And another thing is, be it Tennessee or Vegas, if you spend at least a couple months there, you're going to get to know the housing market real well, and you know which areas you want to live in. You might actually see a property that you like. And so I would not use your deferred compensation. I would, because if you're just a single guy, you sell your place for $200, that leaves you $100,000 with cash. The mortgage you'd get would be nothing. It'd be more than adequately covered with your pension there. So what I'm recommending is more of a measure twice, measure thrice, cut once sort of deal. So you're in no rush to buy a house. Spend a year doing a little bit more reconnaissance, or at least a month in Vegas and a month in Tennessee. Then, and even then, go rent a place in Vegas, for a month or two. So you drive around, you figure out where you want to be. Do you want to be in Enterprise? Do you want to be in Henderson? Boulder City is another. I think that's got potential. It's cheaper. Recently put a bypass in. And it is essentially a suburb of Vegas. You won't want to live by the Air Force Base. Don't go to Nellis. But then, for that amount of time you invest researching the housing market, you'll choose a house that works well for you, if you were to buy one. But otherwise, no. Great idea. I think everything's fine. There's nothing glaring or missing. That pension saves your ass. It's really hard to screw that up. And then I would also look into Vegas Metro PD, although I'm not impressed with them. I've had some run-ins with them. And I know you've heard it. No, I didn't do anything. No, I didn't do anything wrong. Had this bucktooth fucktard of a cop. 6 squads show up. I'm like, wow, is there nothing going on today? And I was a good boy. And then they let me go after calling out the entire Southern Command on me. So you may want to think State Patrol, or maybe Pahrump, but yeah, Vegas Metro is... Barney Fife is more of a cop than they are. Alright. Alright, so yeah, that's it. It looks pretty good. Like I say, take your time. Then sell your place up north, and then buy down wherever it is you want to buy down. And that's it. Alright, questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. We'll see you all later. Toodles.